So, hello everyone, Mondon here, welcome to my review of episode 30 or episode 5 in season 2 of Attack on Titans. I think it was a really good episode. Thought it was more bit. For me, this is easily the best episode this season. I think the second part was really good. The first part was a little bad, little best pace in there or someone, but I think it was generally a good, drama build up anyway. And also, maybe I need to do that other episode before this. So it also wasn't that hard being the best episode. Because to me, this isn't a perfect 10 out of 10, okay? I know I'm a downer, but for me, it's like a 9 out of 10 or so. So I'm still like, it could be better. But I was very happy, surprised that it didn't go, for like, okay, we're gonna do this snow thing for the rest of the episode. And it went half of it. But I still felt that it really definitely went like, okay, we're gonna do this snow thing, and then we do, a commercial break, right? And then we do, we're gonna have the half cut deal. And they have decided they have to fill out the first half episode with the snow thing, regardless what's happening. Right? They were like, this is gonna happen. I think that was very clear. So the pacing was a little slow there, and I was like, oh shit, it's gonna take the whole episode. That was like predicted first. I was like, oh my god, it's over already. So that was good. And the problem is, the snow part with Historia wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's a little better pacing, right? And I was a little afraid it's going to go. So, however, though, this episode is definitely two completely different parts. We have one in Midnight, so the first, with the snow, Ymir, and Historia. Then we already have with Ymir fighting time. It's a really good action scene. Love the action scene, so on, right? But the first part there, it's a little like, I really like Ymir and Historia's relationship. It's always really good. And she's always like, you're gonna kill yourself, I know your secret, Krista, you wanna be alive, and that thing there was really good. And she's like pushing her down, thinking like, okay, I have to use my power to save this damn guy, and all of that, right, trying to hide that from her and so on. And I love the ending when they have this kind of sunlight, he's looking at Charles like, I love you. It's kind of weird scenery, romantic ending there, but it doesn't fit in this anime at all. I love that was great. But it definitely had the pace on it. That was this episode. The second half was like perfect, but the first half was a little slow, right? In fact, this could probably be done in about maybe like, let's say, 7 or so minutes instead of like 10 minutes, right? But they just kind of pushed those minutes. And because they have some scenes there where it's the era and it's like, we have to go and save the blonde cute girl, yeah, the Kimbachi, and and so on. Like, and it's kind of like, you see Rainer coming in like, oh, we can't go anywhere, because he's always like grumpy, right? So like, Rainer's a grumpy guy, right? And, okay, it makes sense. But then, after we see, let's go anyway, and then we see Shasta and Connie coming, yeah, we're gonna help out. Then we got, to me, then that was a little too much pacing, right? It's like slowing down the pacing, right? Because if you just have said like, okay, we see Eren say, I have to go and save her, and then we see him and Mikash and Armin is going out. That could be enough, really. But then we see like Ryan coming in battle and he's like grumpy, that was so much funny. So that was okay. But then we also have to see like like Sasha coming and say, I wanna help out. That makes no sense to me, honestly. That is just to have another scene, right? So there were like a few 10 seconds there, 10 seconds there. That is another scene to kind of fill out time now. Because there's like, okay, the joke should have been there that Rainer is grumpy. That's the joke. Connie, Sasha aren't funny, they're not adding any plot line. It's just like, okay, they're good people. Like, we already know this. That's not adding anything to the actual story. That is completely put in there so they can have, okay, we managed to make this snow scene 10 minutes long. That's the only reason to have those kind of clips. I felt there was some of those scenes definitely in this. Everything pretty much with Eren, Armin, Mikash at the camp was definitely pulled out, like, to the maximum extension of every character having like a few seconds of screens all the time. I think it was very noticeable, but that was definitely bad pacing. That's why this episode is far from perfect, right? Not near perfect at all, because like, this first half definitely was, like stretched out to its max, right? It had like, it really pulled everything in that it could there. But it's the same thing like with, of course, Ymir and Krista fighting and so on, or Ymir Historia fighting, so that, and they were fighting, so they also could be a little shorter. But so generally, I think that if you could have removed pretty much everything with Armin, and so on, everything with Eren, everything with those guys at the camp, this would be a much better episode, right? You just remove everything from the camp, you just have the Krista and Ymir fighting, their relationship, their drama, their tension, their love for each other, and so on. You just have that. The other thing is completely useless. This is the first second where they say that, oh, that's Ymir and Christos are gone. Oh, we should go save them. Like, that could be enough. Never show them again. That would be much better. Okay, let's go see Marco that he's alive. It's interesting to see him. The guy that's killed someone, and so on. But still, it's a little weird. And of course, also, there's a whole episode. It is kind of weird on the episode, right? And you just kind of start in the snow. And I said an hour, like, maybe this version is weird. But in fact, it's a little funky there, right? Because I wish there were like a few seconds there instead of it's like, Ymir is a titan? And then it's like going back to the flashback. It's like flashback time. Because now it's like, in a flashback. It's like, suddenly it's snow. Or something. They actually have this info note during the half cut, right, where they say that, okay, titans are slower in snow because they need sunlight, which actually is incorrect, so it actually makes no sense, but it says that. I read it quickly during live, so I was like, I have to read this again to review, and that makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense to text here. Yes, there is maybe less sunlight in total during the winter months, if you have some kind of country, you know, they have a lot of snow or whatever, right? There's sunlight during the day. But the actual the actual snow doesn't affect that. So it was completely wrong, the info text there. Completely wrong. Because yes, there's less sunlight during the winter in most, but that's why it's cold and so on, right? But the actual thing that when it's snowing outside, and you know it's all white, you actually have more sunlight. It's actually bright, right? And I know it, okay, I live here, okay, there's snow here. We have snow here for like 5-6 months a year sometimes. We had snow here just a few weeks ago. And they had hail last week, okay? That's just the annoying thing, is hailing like that. And when it's really snow outside here, it's brighter than it's during the summer, right? Because everything from the white reflects the sun. So they say that, okay, titans are, you know, empowered by sun, something like that. And they're like, okay, but during the winter months when it's, you know, snowing outside, it's less bright. It's like, it's less light when it's snow outside. It's like, no, that's not correct. It's more light. Because everything is white, it's reflected more. That is completely false, what said it. Completely wrong. However, it's less sunlight. It's less sunlight in total. So what it should say is something like, titans are easier to kill during the winter months because there's less, you know, the nights are longer or something like that. Or the days are shorter, so they have less total of sunlight hours open, right? But not like during the snow fight, because when it's more, they actually should be more effective if you go completely by sunlight during like zenith of the sun during a winter day, because if it's a lot of snow, right, because it's brighter actually. So it's like that is completely right. But anyway, they should have something before that also, I think, before they started, or at least maybe before they get lost. Should have just short scene there. But it feels a little weak too, because instead of like having any new material, they just kind of, you know, filled out the manga, right? So they get a new scene there where someone says like, okay, yeah, we're here to train in the camp because titans are like snow, like there's snow, when it's snow outside they get slowed down, and like it's less sunlight time, so we can fight them for longer hours per day or something, or like we can hide around in winter and stab them when they are like slow in the snow or something, whatever, right? Someone should have mentioned that. And then we jump into like, okay, they're lost or something, and that would have extended the actual, you know, duration of the scene, right, for like another minute or so. But they didn't do that. So they were like, okay, let's just extend every scene. So I think that was also very lazy. Sort of actually doing something reasonable, you know, canonical film and adding in a scene there. They would add on to the actual experience instead of saying, okay, let's do that. So that's a little bad. But anyway, that's the first part. We clearly see, you know, Ymir and Christos hang out together. Freckles and and Blondie, and they have the storyline, and they're obviously some kind of weird love relationship to have, which they never really explain. But yeah, they have some kind of that, right? They both like girls, so to speak. And then we jump into, of course, the Ymir part, so they have the part, right? And that is like really good. It's an action part. Not much to say, I would say, in one sense, because it's just a lot of action. I did like, however, that Ymir is so ugly and she's so weak and like tiny, but she's fighting really brilliantly there. That the thing was very good animated. In the manga, there's something wrong with it, like you see what she's doing. But here in the anime, it really comes to life. She's just jumping around, like biting everyone in the neck, biting their neck. That was really good. That was definitely, I mean, the animation definitely added on to that, right? If you look at the manga, you can read it in the manga. I mean, you understand what's happening. You understand that she's fighting on an intelligent way. You do get that. shown, right? So you're not confused about it, but in the anime, obviously, that was better extended, better shown, and so on. So that was really good. So the whole fight was great with Ymir, and I loved the part with Historia. It's like, you can fight, big girl, don't die for me, and it reminded me, I don't know, like Supernatural, and also from Alchemist, which kind of, which I know they're about brothers in both those series, and they are not really sisters, to speak. But it felt kind of that sense that they're both like, I'm gonna die for you, and it's like, no, I'm gonna die for you. And they're both like, I'm gonna jump down and fight so you can survive. She's like, no, I'm gonna pull this guy so you can survive. And they have this kind of like, you know, like they wanna die for the other person. They both kind of hate being alive. They both love each other, and they're like, I'm gonna die for you. Like, no, I'm gonna die for you, so you can be alive. Like, so they have that kind of, that I love to see. It's like, don't die for me, you run away and leave us here. It's like, no, I won't. It's like, so that was great. The whole part, that relationship was really good. And of course, like pulling down the tower is a great scene. A good strategy. Jump onto her ball, like grabbing her ugly hair and like jumping off her and so on. And then, of course, no Titan was ever killed by that. That is just going the manga pretty much, but yeah, it's like, yeah, they're all killed by debris and like falling down and so on, and then she gets eaten pretty much, but she doesn't die because for whatever reason. Well, actually, you have to pretty much bite them in the next season. So yeah, I don't think a Titan can die at all, like cutting out its arms or legs or something. It's never really been. I don't want to spoil anything here, but it's like, I don't think a Titan ever has been like bled to death, so to speak. I don't think they can do that for whatever reason. I don't know. So by, you know, losing her arms or whatever doesn't really affect. You can't kill Eren or Ymir like that. You have to go for the neck, right, as she did. So good scene overall. And of course in the end the cavalry arrives. Mikasa. I love the Eren part. Eren part. Eren's like, I finally killed something without Titan powers. Like, when they fast over, they're like, you idiot, you don't need to fight. Ah, but I wanna fight. Oh, come on. I never get to fight something with my blades. My training is useless. So that was good. I thought that was funny there. But overall, it's kind of cliche, right? When they're coming and saving them. But we know it's gonna happen. It's kind of predictable. So that part is kind of short, right? I mean, it's a good part. Not much to say, it's a good action part, yeah. It's a good action part, Ymir survives, everyone surprises Titan, you know, and of course, what she knows, we see the fact is that she knows that, and this ends, of course, with Krista pronouncing her real name, Historia, and we see Han's like, oh, Historia's her name, and obviously she knows that the wall cult is searching for her. We know that already before, or that they'll be hiding her away, and we see that in the fact, of course, that she is some kind of noble daughter or something, right? That's something to do with the wall cult. That's why the others are even there to begin with. So we kind of figured that we already kind of knew, right? Because episode 2, I think, is that they say, oh, the blonde hot girl, yeah, we know. She's super nice and attractive, yeah, we know who she is. Like everyone, yeah, I was like, our Armor's like, I know who she is. Like, oh yeah, it's like, yes, sir, I know what that girl is, yeah. So that was obviously kind of already said that she is some kind of importance for the wall, correct? And then this episode, it confirms that okay, she's some kind of noble, someone's illegitimate daughter, you know, very classic, right? It's taking place, I mean, Titan is like, I don't know, medieval times with some kind of flying 3D gear, right? So obviously they're nobles who are, you know, poking around and getting killed with everyone, you know, very, very standard, so not a really surprising, not like a huge twist there, really. It's like, yeah, okay, we can kind of see that coming. It's like that by itself isn't very, you know, amazing. But at the same time, I think it's good because it also makes sense. You know, it also makes sense if that's me. Like that's something that is absolutely a reasonable storyline. That okay, she's someone's daughter in the wall cult, something similar to that, and okay, she's like, you know, but she's illegitimate, so she might be able to speak because she isn't, I don't know, in the cult. It makes no sense though. That never really made myself much. She was allowed to speak or something. I don't know. We didn't go there yet, and I can't even remember the manga space either. So I don't say that about that, but yeah, but still. And then the storyline here is like, okay, it's reasonable, it's, you know, it's not very innovative, but it's very reasonable, so it's fine. And of course in the end there is he's like, yeah, that's me, and so on. It's kind of nice image line there on dead and so on. So, good, great half part there. And also of course the last part, and we see the last episode is called Soldier or Warrior. Probably called Warrior actually, Soldier was probably before. Yeah, it's called Warrior actually. Because he's like, he used to be more Warrior, now he's a Soldier, yeah. Episode says Warrior, right? And that's of course we see Reiner and Bernholt in their flashback. We saw the last episode as well that he was biting by Titan, he got frozen for a bit there. remember his dead friend eaten by Titan, and of course when he grabs the legs of Historia and it's like, bitch, what do you know? That is of course because he sees that Ymir was the one that ate his like best friend, him and Baron's best friend. When they were kids. And that's not a spoiler, I mean, you can see it in this episode. If you missed it, how they were like, that's her! That ate our friend! Yeah, like, then the opposite level, he's shocked and so on. So that's something that I think next episode's gonna cover more. It's called, you know, his name again, Rise Warrior. And, I think it's gonna be going into that. And I'm not sure how fast it's going to be. Yeah. But overall, a really good episode. I think that just at the beginning was like kind of like that definitely was spaced out. And as I said, they could have added another extra 1 or 2 extra scenes there with other characters explaining the whole snow trading thing. That would have added a few minutes, and then they would have this kind of outpaced dialogues or like some weird shots that people say, let's go and help her, you know. No, that was completely unnecessary. Could have skipped it completely, had a better scene instead, and that would have made the episode like a perfect episode. Because no, the second half was really good. It's great action, some good comedy, even like the Historia part was kind of fun and so on. But yeah, really good comedy, and also, you know, bloody and like, yeah, eating Titan and so on, biting her in the face. And like, yeah, great. Let me see Ymir fighting. Everything was just really good. Second half, but first half could be the better, right? So anyway, see you guys, and have a great day.